as his team is now more focused and they have changed the personality of the Ramapo offense. Now, before the game, Ramapo coach Drew Gibbs reminded his players that this is the night they have been waiting for a long time.
I told you last night, you've been training for this day. You've been getting ready for this day, man, for 10 years, a lot of you guys. 10 years you've been waiting to get into this situation. Wayne Hills at your place, okay, for the league championship. You're trained for it. You're prepared for it. You deserve it. You're ready for it. Let's go get it, man.
Hell yeah!
Here we go. Raiders on 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Raiders!
So the Green Raiders of Ramapo coming in with a record of 5-2, an imperative game for them tonight. And Wayne Hills at 7-0. This game also with division title implications. The winner could wrap up the division title within the NBIL.
Yeah, Ramapo's 2 losses have come outside the conference. So, hey, Lou, it's all on the line tonight. A little conference title game.
Wayne Hills will kick off. Left to right on your screen. The Patriots in their road whites, trimmed with the cherry or maroon, if you will. And Ramapo in their home green uniforms, the green jerseys and green pants. And we are ready to go. You can always feel the electricity whenever these two teams get together. And back deep for Ramapo. Bobby Munir and Chris Hogan. Schultz kick is a short one. Taken at the 10, 15, 20. Munir up the middle, across the 40-yard line, and then dragged down from behind across the 45. Ramapo with a good kickoff return, and the Green Raiders are set up.
It's just a great job by Bobby Lou, because when you think about it, Ramapo comes in unprecedented, 2 losses. You know, the program may be thinking, oh man, this may be not our year. Bobby comes out with a big run to start things off on what they hope to be a big night.
Ramapo up front, Ed Manning the center. Camarado and Crow the guards. Pirelli and Kim the tackles. Brian Tinsley the tight end. Jack Botts, Chris Hogan are the receivers. And they throw it out to Hogan, who takes off around the end, makes a nice move across the 50, and picks up good yardage. A.J. Pisarri, the senior quarterback, delivered to Chris Hogan. And he picks up about 4 yards on the play.
Any way, shape, or form, when you talk about Chris Hogan, they will try and get him the football, because he is so dangerous once he gets the rock in his hands.
This Wayne Hills defense, stellar all season long, giving up less than 7 points per game. Trip receivers go to the left side for Ramapo. It's a quarterback draw. Pisarri takes off across the 45 and to the 43-yard line. And that's close to a Ramapo first down.
And they know they could do some things with Pisarri, senior QB.
And the officials indeed will measure. Our referee is Mike Reitner. Jeff Reitner is the umpire. Bob Giganti, the linesman. Steve Zog, the back judge. Greg Bailey, the line judge. And they will stretch out the chain to see if the Raiders picked up the first down. And they do. First down, Ramapo.
And you heard Drew Gibbs' words in the locker room before this game, Lou. And Drew Gibbs, a fiery, intense guy, and he seems to have captured the attention of his team as they come out on this first drive. They look both poised, relaxed, and intense.
You see right there, Ramapo's outstanding senior QB, A.J. Pisarri. He's been on fire. He's completed over 80% of his passes over the last 2 weeks. Steps up, delivers, and it's incomplete. Intended for Jack Botts, who was open, but it goes as an incomplete pass. All right, let's take a look at the Wayne Hills defense, an outstanding defensive unit with good size and quickness. Up front for the Patriots, John Ein and Dave Ogden are the end. Scott Schultz and Paul Junn, outstanding tackles. Ray Van Penen, Justin Dubin, and Mike Fulham are the linebackers. Omar Rodriguez and Nick Romeo, the corners. Zach Mink and Pete Sarabia are the safeties. Taken down 10. Pisarri keeps himself, and then he's dragged down from behind. across the 40-yard line. A late penalty flag on the play. And it's a face mask call against Wayne Hills.
Well, you see Pisarri here. This is a design run. And you'll see the face mask come up on the corner right there. Should be of the 5-yard variety as it is, but nevertheless, it's a first down, and the ball now sits at the 32-yard line to the Patriots defense. So Wayne Hills on their heels early here.
And Ramapo moving the football nicely. This is a good offensive unit. A unit that had 9 starters returning at the beginning of the season, and a lot of optimism. Hand off to John Kleiner, makes a great cut and gets outside, turns it upfield across the 30, across the 20-yard line and inside the 15. John Kleiner with a terrific run.
Yeah, just great vision there by Johnny Kleiner, the senior tailback. Now watch Kleiner, and nice job by his blockers downfield, though, because after he makes the big cut, he will pick up his blockers. And you see the green jerseys getting on the maroon hats. And Kleiner just weaving his way down deep. Sets up shop now for this offense at about the 12-yard line.
1st and 10, Ramapo. Trip receivers go to the left, and Ramapo calls timeout. So 10-20 remaining. The Green Raiders will talk it over. Look at A.J. Pisarri coming in with great numbers. 90 of 145, 62%, Jim. Over 1,200 yards passing, and his touchdown interception ratio spectacular. 11 touchdowns, only 4 interceptions. It's one of the assistant coaches there on the sideline there for Ramapo. Green Raiders coming in at 5-2. With losses to Pascack Valley, a shocker, 21-14, and a loss to Northern Highlands, another shocker, back-to-back, 20-17.
Yeah, you talk to members of this coaching staff, and they can't even remember the last time this team had 2 regular season losses, but they are still the number 4 seed in the division. And listen, they could just draw inspiration from Wayne Hills. Don't forget, Wayne Hills comes into this game as a defending New Jersey State champion, and they went into the playoffs a year ago, did Wayne Hills, with 2 losses, and then ran the table in the postseason.
Trip receivers left side. 1st and 10 for the Green Raiders from the 12-yard line. Pisarri, low snap, rolls out left side on the run now. Turns it at the 10. He's to the 5. Spins in. Touchdown, Ramapo.
Well, when you're a senior, Lou, you know what this game is all about. And it is clear that A.J. Pisarri on this first drive is ready to seize the moment. It's a design pass play, and when it breaks down, look at the speed around the corner for A.J., and then uses the power just to muscle his way into the end zone.
Extra point attempt is blocked. So Bobby Heilman in to kick the extra point, but it was blocked by the Patriots. So with 10 minutes and 10 seconds remaining first quarter, it's Ramapo 6 and Wayne Hills nothing.
Let's go, D, let's go.
Look at Pisarri, what a season he has had. That time running the football, showing a different element to his game.
Yeah, the Pisarri family, of course, his brother Ryan was the captain of the 2001 state title team. Now plays wide receiver at Penn. You see the snap hits the turf, and then Pisarri looking to beat the defense to the spot. And once he makes his decision to run, just finds his way into the house and has his Raiders on the board first. Big play by A.J. Pisarri.
There's Drew Gibbs talking to Pisarri. The scoring drive, 6 plays, 51 yards, capped off by the 11-yard touchdown run.
Presenting Steve, Snapple fan and New York City bus driver.
It's natural. It's its own flavor. It's like no other tea, just like New York City is like no other city.
Steve, you said some nice things about us, so to return the favor, here are some nice things about you.
He's a sweetie. What can I say about him, you know? He got it. He got it. He's a little short, but he got it. Okay.
all-natural Snapple. The best flavors on Earth made for the best people on Earth.
I got it because I couldn't take dial-up another second.
Dial-up was so slow.
This is dial-up noise. I had it with the noise.
We all had it with the noise.
More and more people are getting it. Getting Verizon Online DSL, that is. Especially now that it's just $14.95 a month.
With DSL, it's so fast.
It's like boom. I click, I'm connected.
You want to download a file, it's right there.
Finally download music like everyone else.
I don't have to worry about incoming calls.
I can be on the computer and she's on the phone.
Verizon Online DSL makes doing everything online so much easier and so much faster. And now it's at our lowest price ever, just $14.95 a month. Compare that to cable.
It costs about the same as dial-up.
It's not that expensive. It's really cheap.
It costs less than cable.
Call 1-888-483-6363 to get Verizon Online DSL. That's 1-888-483-6363 for the best value in broadband.
We got Verizon Online DSL.
And we are never going back to dial-up.
You want to go back?
No, I don't want to go back to dial-up.
Now that's cold fusion. As a very smart person, I know that on-demand is included with your I.O. package. You see, 78% of people only use the lower third of the remote, unaware that this button accesses a plethora of new releases and great shows whenever you want. Conclusion, on-demand is the best way to enjoy TV. Fact. And I'm a very smart person. Also fact.
Tons of hit movies and shows on demand. Try it now. Don't have I.O.? Call today.
What's up?
Looking for a bigger house.
On TV?
Yeah, with Optimum Homes. You can look at houses right on your TV.
Pretty cool. But we don't need a bigger house.
I tell you, my mom may be moving in.
Give me that. How about this one? This one, detached garage with an upstairs apartment.
It's not heated.
Is heat important?
Introducing Optimum Homes. Find your next home without leaving home.
You are seeing two teams with an outstanding history. Let's take a look back. It was 1996. Boston College bound Greg Toll. 30 yards on the touchdown run here. A disputed missed field goal. Ramapo wins it 20-19. 1997, there's the blonde bombshell. Chris Sims up top. 114 yards, 225 yards on this day. Ramapo wins it 56-21 in 1997. Move ahead 1 year, 1998. The Spice Rack, A.J. Spicer. Wayne Hills wins it 21-9 to the year 2000. The coach's son, Christian Olsen, to Billy Monin on this one. The Patriots of Wayne Hills win the first matchup in 2000, 27-24. Same year, though, it's the state final. Off the bench comes Tommy Groves, and when he finds Jeff Miller for the touchdown from this day forward, he was touchdown Tommy Groves. Ramapo is your state champions. We move ahead to the year 2001. Here we go again. It's Ramapo and Wayne Hills. Ramapo's Josh Walkowitz, 72 yards on this run, and the Green Raiders of Ramapo win this game 31-21. They would meet again in the year 2001. Same year as the state finals. Once again, it was J.W. Josh Walkowitz, 5 yards into the end zone. Ramapo is state champs 14-10. How about 2002? It's the regular season. Wayne Hills and Chaz Lynn. Look at Chaz Lynn. 77 yards on the touchdown run as the half runs out. Wayne Hills wins this one 23-12. The year is still 2002. They meet again, folks. It's the state finals. Clear the snow, and here we go. Brendan Monahan to Dallas Lynch. What a grab. Wayne Hills wins their first title under Chris Olsen, 19-0. And it's 2003. Gianluca Ragone, 14 yards on the touchdown run. It's 42-0. Ramapo wins it. We move to last year. It's the regular season. Watch Chris Hogan. You see him tonight. You see him a year ago. One of his 2 touchdown receptions. Ramapo wins first round, 24-20. But here we go in the state final. Pete DeChico, state semifinal, I should say. DeChico in the defense, 30 yards. Oh, yeah. Read and react. Chris Olsen goes on to win a state title. And there we go. The exclusive, involved history of the Green Raiders and Chris Olsen's Wayne Hills Patriots.
Catch your breath, partner.
I'm ready.
Here we go. It's first down at 10. Wayne Hills with the football. Here's a pitch to Van Peenan, trying to get outside. Turns the corner, up the sidelines, and then brought down across the 30-yard line. Ray Van Peenan, only a junior, had a school record 99-yard touchdown run earlier this year. Mike Peischel getting the call from the sidelines, talking to head coach Chris Olsen.
Yeah, Olsen in his 19th year, Lou, and really the best of times for Chris Olsen. coming off a year winning a state championship, defending state champs, the Wayne Hills Patriots.
Second down and about 5 from the 33. Handoff, and Peenan's got the first down, and then brought down by Kleinert across the 40-yard line, but not before the Patriots move the chains.
Yeah, Van Peenan not as small as you might think, about 190 pounds, and he can bang a little bit too. And you watch Ray on a little delayed handoff here off the left side, finds a good hole. So good job by the left side of that offensive line. And this is a new offensive line for Wayne Hills. 5 across the board. One of those years for Chris Olson when he had to replace tackle to tackle. Hey, guys graduate. This is high school football. Some years it happens.
Handoff that time goes off tackle. Again, it's Van Peenan trying to run between the tackles that time. Grant Cavallo on the tackle for Ramapo. Pick up of 3, 2nd and 7 as we approach the halfway mark of this first quarter. Ramapo on their first drive put it in. It's 6-0 Raiders.
And you see Peischel coming over to talk to Olson at every play. Peischel, first-year starter, played behind Nick Wurzel a year ago, and Wurzel now at Louisiana Tech. But Peischel actually played about 7 or 8 games last year, Lou, so he is not raw to the position this year. And now, of course, 8 games in.
Van Peenan on an option pass, going deep for Romeo, and it's incomplete. Broken up by Chris Hogan. So Hogan with excellent defense and a pretty good throw by Van Peenan.
Yeah, it's a tall task, though, when you're talking about a secondary led by Chris Hogan. And you watch Van Peenan, as you said, Lou. Little option pass, and he lets it fly. But you see Hogan, once 24 and Green's got a beat on it, your chance of success has diminished. Look at Ray. You're right, Lou. Let it fly there pretty good.
So a 3rd down coming up for the Patriots. 3rd down at about 7, just shy of the 45. Twin receivers go to the right side, and they fake the handoff. Peischel takes it himself, picks up the first down. The quarterback, Mike Peischel, with excellent running, takes it across the 45-yard line of Ramapo.
Just a big-time move by Peischel, because this play is stopped dead, and the juke of the night so far is going to go to Peischel. Watch it once again. They fake the inside handoff. Look at him move right here. Boom. Steps inside, and that's it. From there, he's off and running. And a big conversion on a 3rd and long. Boy, anytime you got a 3rd and long and your quarterback scampers for 10 yards, things are going your way on that drive. And you see he can run a little bit. 4 for 49 against Mawa a week ago and a touchdown.
And about 8 yards per carry this year for Peischel from the quarterback position.
Yeah, he's a program guy, been around for 4 years. So they are very comfortable the way Mike Peischel has run the offense this year. And really, when you're going to run, you know, this multiple eye, throwing some option offense, you got to be a thinking man's QB. In the words of Chris Olson, he said, Peichel's a heady guy.
Penalty is against Ramapo. The Green Raiders were offside.
Encroachment, Green. First down.
So it's 1st and 5 now at the 39-yard line.
And there's Drew Gibbs in his 5th year. Already rung the bell twice for state titles. And just a complete coach every facet of the game. There are no cracks in the Raiders of Ramapo.
Pitch goes outside, fumble, football loose. Ramapo says they've got it. The officials try to untangle everybody. No call yet, and Ramapo does have it. So Wayne Hills, a team that had a +14 turnover ratio coming into this game, puts it on the carpet.
Well, after getting to the big first down, they give Ramapo a lift here. Check it out once again. Peischel looks to option it outside. It's not handled. The ball hits the carpet. Boy, I tell you, Rich Infusino, he knew he had it the whole time. And you see it once again, loose ball. And the fight for the rock goes the way of the Raiders, so they take over And Chris Olsen's club back on the D.
Pisarri in the shotgun, hands to Kleinert up the middle and puts his head down, powers across the 45. John Kleinert got off to a great start this year, Jim, and then was injured. Sat out a couple of games, but he is a tough running back, averaging nearly 5 yards per carry.
And this has been a year Ramapo's had to deal with injuries. Uncharacteristic injuries for this program, but they're coming along, and this offensive line getting better week to week. So they think they can run the football as the season rolls along.
2nd down, 6. Less than 4 minutes now remaining in the first. All kinds of movement on the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, it looked like Pisarri pulled the Patriots off sides with a hard count. And that is the call. So watch AJ once again barking it out. And here they come. No charge for the sound effects, Lou. I'll just bring him in naturally. And really puts you in an offensive position you love to be now. 2nd down and less than 1. You got options now if you're Drew Gibbs on offense. You could take a shot here with Hogan.
2nd down and 1. From the 48. Sorry, back to throw. In trouble, he's going to go down. Wayne Hill's coming that time. Mike Fulham and also Dave Ogden were there behind the line of scrimmage.
Chris Olsen's been so impressed with number 40 of the Patriots from his linebacker spot. Fulham, you see him get inside, shedding the blocker along the way, and takes Pisarri down. And good play by Fulham there, because Hogan was on the go pattern a little. He was heading straight down the seam. And anytime that guy's running loose, you got to be careful as a defense. So big play by Fulham.
3rd down, about 6 from the 45-yard line. Pisarri straight back to throw. Now rolls out right side, delivers on the sideline. Hogan makes the catch. He circled back, but he was well ahead of the stick, so it was a 1st down anyway.
Good job by the Ramapo offensive line there, because they picked up the blitz. You check it out once again. Dubin is coming inside, and you see the blitz. And Pisarri's got the time. Little comebacker route here by Hogan. Comes back and gets the football, curls around. And they know Chris Hogan is going to catch the football tonight. The idea for the Wayne Hills Patriots is to tackle after the catch. And you can see last week, 6 catches, 132 and a TD. That's basically just another day at the office for Chris Hogan.
A banged up Ramapo player. That's Jack Botts, senior wide receiver. And it looks like he's okay as he comes off the field under his own power.
And check it out once again, Lou. Watch number 50, center of your screen, coming on the blitz. And Pisarri's got the time here to survey the field, throws the quick out. And Hogan with the slick hands. Now we'll move the chain. So after the turnover, the Raiders of Ramapo are in motion once again.
1st and 10 for Ramapo at the 43-yard line of Wayne Hills. They already have a 6-0 lead. Hogan in motion, takes the handoff, comes around the end and takes it inside the 40. Pete Sarabia and Justin Dubin on the tackle, but Hogan picking up a big chunk of yardage.
Yeah, good tackle there, because Hogan picked up a good block by Johnny Kleinert. But nevertheless picks up a solid 6.5, 7 yards.
Ball is down at the 37, 2nd down and about 4.
Good tempo right now Chris Olsen is seeing out of this Ramapo offense. They got to do something to disrupt the tempo. They're mixing it up nicely with Kleinert out of the backfield, Pisarri passing and running, and of course the many ways they infuse Hogan into the package.
Fake the handoff to Hogan this time, and then Pisarri takes off. He hurdled one defender, and then finally brought down inside the 35.
You could always tell, Lou, offenses where the quarterbacks are run tested and where they're asked to run the football from day one, because they just have running instincts. You're seeing that out of A.J. Pisarri, both our quarterbacks for that matter. And Pisarri right there, as you mentioned, a little hurdle inside, and might have got himself a 1st down there.
Well, the officials call the chain gang out, and they will measure with 1:47 remaining here in the first quarter. There's a great shot there from the sideline. And it is a first down for the Raiders. It's our sideline cameraman, Mark Angeletti, doing a great job down there.
Mark, steady shot.
First and 10 Ramapo at the Wayne Hills 33. Minute 40 remaining in the first. And Ramapo has controlled this first quarter. Sorry, working out of the shotgun again. Gives to Kleiner. Kleiner gets a block on the corner. Turns it upfield and is brought down inside the 25-yard line. Another big gain for the senior running back, John Kleiner.
The big block was Michael Crow, the senior offensive tackle.
It's a pickup of 8 yards.
And watch number 68 right side of your screen. Off a little trap. Watch him get out there and seal off the end. You don't see it, but trust me, he did. And that gives Kleiner at the edge.
So a second down and 2 for the Raiders. Again, movement on the line of scrimmage, and Wayne Hills might have jumped offside again.
Dead ball, encroachment, defense.
So that'll give him the first down, Lou. And Chris Olson's defense a little out of sync here. Second offsides penalty that puts Ramapo in a better position. This one gives him an automatic first down. So now we're in the red zone now. Ball at about the 19-yard line. Pisarri and company have it going here early with a 6-0 lead.
Approaching 30 seconds remaining in the first. Here comes Hogan around the end. Hogan cuts it inside the 10, inside the 5-yard line.
And the ball came loose but went out of bounds. Or check that it did not come loose, my mistake. But hey, one thing about Hogan that you realize he has when you watch him is speed. Now, this guy can really turn the corner and just leave defenders in the dust. Now watch it once again. Looks like some of the Patriots have this play strung out. A little sprint option here. End around with Hogan. Look at him just beat guys around the corner, puts on the brakes. Well, the ball did come out late there, but out of bounds, no problem.
It is first and goal for the Raiders. Handoff Kleiner. Oh, he is hit and crushed behind the line of scrimmage. Dave Ogden with the penetration.
Yeah, one of the Ogden brothers. Of course, his brother Paul on the 0-2 team, and Dave Ogden. He has been an absolute beast for Wayne Hills this year. 11 sacks coming in. Started as a sophomore last year. And that was one of those hello hits, Lou, for Kleiner.
I'm thinking of a number between 450 and 850. Do you know what it is? It's my credit score, and it happens to be 720. The higher my credit score, the better chance I have of saving a lot of money. Do you know your credit score? Do you know what's in your credit report? You can find out right now at freecreditreport.com. You can even print it out if you want to. How much easier could it get?
In the tri-state area on Max Preps High School Weekly. Let's check in with our buddy Mike Quick to see what he has lined up this week. Mike?
Hey, Lou, thanks a lot, buddy. I know this is the time usually every week when I'm kind of mean and unfair to Jimmy. I can't do that to him. He used to host a show up there right in Oakland, New Jersey. He was known as Jimmy the C. He's not there anymore. He's with us, and you know what? Believe it or not, I'm happy about that. Lou, I know it's difficult to work with him, though. Hey, next week on Max Preps High School Weekly, Tuesday night, 10:30, we're going to take a look at Queen of Peace High School. They've been rolling along. Our number 9 Griffins have, and I want to take a look at Lehman, the team from New York City in the public schools that's just been rolling along. Carmine Colasanto's guys have been playing real well. Lou, hang in there, my man. Back to you at Ramapo High School with Jimmy the C. and Eamon McEnany, guys.
All right, hey, Quick, good to be back on my old stomping grounds. Lou, you're happy to be up here with me, right?
Oh, absolutely.
All right, so listen,
Quick's
Quick's talking about the big show, the High School Weekly this week. Looking forward to everything, but also this week, we will have a feature on Chris Hogan, who's out here tonight. And one thing I learned spending some time with Chris Hogan, not only is he a talented kid on the field, off the field, he's a musician. Not only does he make sweet music on the field and off the field, also his dog does. Check this out. I mean, come on, Toby, sign that dog up. Toby, I mean, that dog is beautiful right there. Hogan, Chris, playing the piano. How'd you like that, Lou?
Hogan can hit the road with that dog. They could make a fortune.
Oh, man, it's true. Listen, Chris and Toby Hogan, you can see them at a piano bar near you. As soon as Chris turns 21, of course. But yeah, this guy can only play football, multi-talented guy. Tuesday night, 10:30, the Max Preps High School Weekly. You will see the Chris Hogan story.
Here's Pisarri rolling out, looking, fires, and it is incomplete, nearly intercepted. Van Peenan with great coverage. How do you like that matchup? Van Peenan covering Hogan.
You gotta love it. Best player on best player. You know, Ray Van Peenan is up for the task on this play right here. Watch the quick out. Pisarri's looking to his favorite target, 2-4, and tries to strong arm this one in there. But Ray Van Peenan going down. Man, this one must have hit the ground somewhere along the way. But so far, so good for the Wayne Hills defense on the first 2 downs on this series. Lil brings up a 3rd down and goal.
3rd down goal from about the 8-yard line. Twin receivers go right side. Just underway here in the second. Pisarri throwing for Hogan. Makes the catch. Makes a move. He's in. Touchdown, Ramapo. Chris Hogan with a terrific move after the catch. And he is showing why he is one of the top players in the state of New Jersey.
He's the one guy that has to be accounted for in deep midfield, any part of the field. You see when the defender falls down, it is open season for Chris Hogan. And that one is just too easy for Hogan. The quick out got his hands on it, and then some daylight into the end zone. So Hogan, as he so often does, into the end zone.
Heilman is in to kick the extra point. Kick is on the way, and it is good. 11:46 remaining second quarter. Ramapo 13, Wayne Hills nothing.
And you feel bad for Nick Romeo because he goes down here off his corner spot, and once he falls, it means Hogan has room to work. And you see Romeo trying to recover, but hey, what are you going to do? A guy falls down, you know, watch him slip. And Pisarri, though, delivers the ball right where it has to be. That's what they love about A.J. Pisarri, Lou. He puts the ball in positions where receivers can just catch the football. And any great wide receiver loves to have a quarterback that has that attribute. You see the drive. Really a good drive, too, Lou, after the turnover. 12 plays, 58 yards. Hogan, the 7-yarder on the TD, took 4:45.
Boricua. Now you can hear the sounds of home whenever you want with Optimum Voice. Unlimited calling in the U.S. and Canada, and now also Puerto Rico, for a fixed rate of $34.95 a month. Plus, get great calling features. Hop to it. Call 1-866-791-4262 and get Optimum Voice. For Optimum.
Huge crowd on hand, as always, to see this great rivalry game between Ramapo and Wayne Hills. Brogno, Jimmy Cavallo, and Eamon McEnany. Glad you could join us on this late October evening. Huge play here. 4th down and 2. Handoff. Van Peenan off tackle. Puts his head down and barrels ahead for what appears to be 1st down yardage.
Solid play right here by the Wayne Hills offense. And what they did, Lou, they went with a quick count. They sprinted out of the huddle up to the line of scrimmage, and they literally snapped the ball before maybe Ramapo was ultimately set. You don't see it there in that replay, but they gave a quick count. Look at the hole off the right side. Great block, and I mean the seal-off block by Alex Gibson was just outstanding. Big block by Alex Gibson right there. Way to go, baby.
So 1st and 10 for the Patriots. From about the 13, Van Peenan, great cut again, puts his head down and gets down near the 5-yard line.
Lots of motion on this offensive line. Coming down the line of scrimmage, Matty Johnson and Justin Dubin, and they provide the hole. Watch 50 and 72 come down the line of scrimmage. And Van Penen, look at the vision right there. Ray looking straight ahead, finds the gap to hit, and hits the hole. That's always what you ask of your ball carriers. Run to daylight, Louie. Like they used to tell you back in the day, baby. Run to daylight, Louie.
I don't think I could do it as good as Ray Van Penen, who really is
you could do it. I saw you before the game when they put out the buffet table.
That's right. That's about the only time.
I was making the hole for you, so me and you got there first.
Ray Van Penen leads the state of New Jersey in scoring. You saw his point total there. And a penalty flag. Nope, not a penalty flag, but a timeout. So Wayne Hills calls another timeout. Van Penen on top of the scoring list with 132 points. Aaron Jackson of North Brunswick second, and then Noshan Marino third.
Well, if they're going to repeat as state champs, they're going to need a big effort of Ray Van Penen, the junior, because as a sophomore, he led them to the title. We take you back to a year ago. It was 2004, Wayne Hills and Demorest for it all. And the Patriots come out. Tony DeTolo, 11-yard touchdown run, and the Patriots are up 7-3. Boy, Demorest had a big-time quarterback. Vinny Esposito can let it fly with the best of them. Finds Richie Gallant on the 60-yarder. Demorest is up 10-7. Demorest would be up 16-10. 4:48 left in the fourth. Nick Wurzel connects. Watch him throw it up for grabs, and look who comes down with it. Number 21, the super sophomore, Ray Van Penen. And look at Van Penen go. He's got the state title on his back. Into the end zone he goes, and the Patriots of Wayne Hills capture their second state title in a couple of years. Wow, what a game, what a win for Chris Olson over Demorest in 2004. He comes in as the defending state champs.
Wayne Hills with 2 titles in the last 3 years. And trying to win another this year. Van Penen waltzes into the end zone. He made it look easy, and Wayne Hills is on the board. Impressive drive for the Patriots.
And Lou, sometimes in football you dictate and sometimes you respond. This is a great response by Ray Van Penen and the Wayne Hills offense. After getting down by 2 scores in the game, they come right back and take it the length of the field. 80 yards on that drive right there. And Van Penen, tough muscle carry right there as he bangs his way into the end zone for 6.
Here is Schultz in to kick the extra point. Snap good. Kick is on the way, and it is good. 4:41 remaining in the second. It's now Ramapo 13 and Wayne Hills 7.
And you check it out once again, Lou. Follows the halfback up front. Good blocking at the point of attack, and Van Penen would not be denied on that one.
All right, let's check in with Eamon McEnany.
Well, Lou, we just saw Ray Van Penen score another touchdown, and before that, we showed the clip of his touchdown in last year's state championship game. The play that helped Ramapo fell behind was a Van Penen mistake on defense. And when he came off the field, Coach Olson said, hey, that's not your fault. That's my fault for letting a sophomore play in such a big game. When Van Penen said, I'm sorry, Coach, Chris Olson said, hey, Ray, I don't need an apology. I need you to make a play. And I asked Ray about that play. He says still to this day, he has no idea how he went up and caught that ball and then ran away from the Demorest defenders. Jimmy and Lou, let's send it back up to you.
All right, Eamon. And Ray Van Penen, what a tough guy. Did you see the end of that touchdown, Jim? When he, just for good measure, he delivered a blow to Matt Dory in the end zone.
Yeah, and you see the last drive, 54 yards. And Eamon's right, man. What a play for a young man to make in a high school football game. And then when you think that it was a state final, I mean, that is something football dreams are made of. A 76-yard play in the fourth quarter when your team is trailing in a state final. You got to love it.
Line drive picked up by Hogan. Chris Hogan makes a move. Look at Hogan. Hogan gets outside. Oh, what a run by Hogan across the 35-yard line.
Yeah, when you come to Ramapo football games as a Ramapo fan, and you see Hogan standing back there waiting to take the kickoff, you say, honey, wait 1 second before we go to the concession stand, because Hogan's going to get the ball here, and you never know. And you just never know with number 24. Look at him navigating his way upfield, the cutbacks, the spin-a-rama, always making positive things happen when he carries the football as Chris Hogan.
There's Ramapo's senior wide receiver. Lines up on the right side. Pisarri straight back to throw. Out of the shotgun, steps up. He's going for Hogan. He's got him at the 20-yard line and then pulled down inside the 15.
So number 24 behind the defense. And Pisarri delivers the goods. Now watch it once again. All shotgun all the time for this offense. And straight down the seam comes Hogan behind the defense. And I don't know if the Wayne Hills defense respected the arm strength of A.J. Pisarri. They kind of let Hogan go a little bit.
1st and 10. Handoff Kleinert. Puts his head down and barrels across the 10.
John Kleinert on the carry.
And watch Hogan once again on the ISO route. And if you're Wayne Hills, you're thinking, let's have a big defensive stand. You can see they just kind of let him float by.
About 6 on the play to be 2nd and 4.
And good job by Pisarri to get the ball there because Hogan was wide open. And you don't want to overthrow a guy when he's 30, 40 yards downfield that wide open. Just get it to him. And they are in business once again. And look at now. You see Hogan right up there with the state leaders. And we spoke about the response of Wayne Hills. And here's Ramapo responding.
Pisarri makes a couple of nice moves behind the line of scrimmage and then takes it inside the 5-yard line.
A.J. Pisarri on the keep.
Should be enough for a first down. Looks like a 1st and goal for Ramapo at the 4. What a response here by the Green Raiders.
Yeah, A.J. Pisarri, he's played in the Wayne Hills games before, knows what it's all about. Got outstanding foot speed and quickness, does Pisarri. And you can see Chris Olson talking to his troops. Of course, this is not an Armageddon game for these two programs. They both will see the light of day and move on from here. So both these guys coaching and teaching and trying to just get their teams better as they prepare for 2 weeks when the New Jersey State playoffs begin.
And Ramapo calls a timeout. They want to talk it over with this 1st down and goal coming up from the 4-yard line. So the Ramapo Raiders, you take a look at the Tri-State top 10 poll. Ramapo has been in this poll before, as has Wayne Hills.
Yeah, up top, Matty Sims, Guy Germanario and Don Bosco Prep #1. No Sean Moreno, Middletown South. Matt Walsh and Mark Longo. What a show they put on in the game of the week a week ago. St. Peter's Prep. Oh, yeah, they got by North Bergen 12-0 a week and going rolling. St. Anthony's on Long Island at 6-1. Moving right along. St. Joseph Montvale, #5. We'll see him against Bergen Catholic Jackson. Oh, yeah. John Reggio and company doing the job, undefeated. Piscataway is still undefeated with Kevin Wolfel. Staples, Morris, Petraccio and company just rocking and rolling in the FCAC in Connecticut. Queen of Peace, Gene Golden will be at Queen of Peace's game this week, and he will file a story on Joey Miragli and the boys. And number 10, the State Liners of Phillipsburg, still undefeated.
Let's go!
Nice kids, of course, at Ramapo. Yeah, this is a good cut of kid they bring here. Enthusiastic, face painters. Hey, Halloween is right around the corner tomorrow, Lou.
Hey, Jim, anxious to see that St. Joe's team next week. Tony Carson's club against Bergen Catholic. You saw them in the middle of that top 10 poll. Always solid.
Oh, yeah. One loss to our #1 team, Don Bosco, but BC St. Joe's, not enough said.
Sorry. Throwing for the corner, looking for Jack Botts. But very good coverage that time by Omar Rodriguez. And Botts was not open.
And you mentioned Wayne Hills has been in the top 10 poll before. They're on the taxi squad. But they better be careful because Mike Quick is on the premises tonight. Boy, if Chris Olson's club would lose this game, you know, Quick, he'd be driving that taxi with the Patriots right out of town.
2nd down and goal from the 4. Handoff, Hogan coming around the end for the corner. He's in. Touchdown, Ramapo.
He just gives you options, the guy. And they are going to find ways to use them. Look at him in motion. Takes the handoff on the sprint, and look at him, just steamrolls his way for the pylon, knew just where he had to go. Chris Hogan, touchdown #2 on the night.
Heilman is in to kick the extra point. Good snap, kick on the way, and it is true. 2:49 remaining second quarter. Ramapo 20, Wayne Hill 7. It has been an impressive first half of offensive football for the Ramapo Raiders.
And Chris Hogan first, the big pass reception, sets up the field position. Then you see him with his feet already in motion. And good blocking along the point of attack, and Hogan just does the rest. Uses every horizontal inch of the field right there, Lou, and just sneaks inside the pylon. 4-yard touchdown run, 5 plays, 65 yards, most of them on the back of number 24. And look, just a minute and 48 to counter Wayne Hill's first score of the game. So Ramapo showing themselves to be a formidable opponent for the defending state champs, the undefeated Wayne Hills Patriots.
We'll look at the press box and the big crowd on the Ramapo side here. Always a huge crowd for this great rivalry contest.
Bobby Heilman, he's all jacked up again as a senior. And you see the Ramapo offense, what they've done this year, 240 to 63. And a very diverse, tough offense to look at. Boy, they come out of the shotgun every time. They mix it up. Leinert running, Hogan out of the backfield.
Well, Wayne Hills has a little time here. 2:49 remaining. They'll be looking for a big kickoff return to get themselves set up. Here's Van Peenan inside the 5, 10-yard line. Van Peenan takes a hit and goes down at the 20. Good coverage downfield for Ramapo. Brett Devaney down on the tackle.
And amazingly, Chris Hogan on the kickoff team, Lou, he doesn't even chase the play. He remained at about the 45-yard line as a safety valve. And that goes to show you the respect they have for Van Peenan and Romeo. In case those guys get loose, they know Chris Hogan is a guy that can chase them down and, you know, kind of limit the damage of a big return if they got through the kickoff team.
Let's go defense! Let's go defense!
The Patriots come up to the line of scrimmage. Twin receivers right side. Peischer. Play action pass. Looking to set up a screen. Now just throws it away. Wayne Hills wanted to set up the screen, but Ramapo had it covered, and Peischer made a good decision there. He just tossed it out of bounds.
Yeah, well, if you're Ramapo, when they come out, you're looking at the clock. It shows about 2:30. You're thinking, all right, don't let them score here and go into the locker room. It'll be a lift for them. But now if you're Wayne Hills, you're thinking, uh-oh, we don't want to go 3 and out and give Ramapo another chance with good field position. So still plenty of time in this first half.
Peischer comes in with the play. Peischer has hit on 61% of his passes this year. He's only thrown 1 interception, 12 touchdowns. Flips it outside, incomplete. Intended for Romeo, and he was actually open, but Peischer overshot him. So now a 3rd down coming up.
And now the clock clearly comes into play here, Lou, because 2 incompletions have the clock frozen in time. Still 2:32 to go for Romeo and company. So a big 3rd down here, because if they don't connect here, Chris Olson knows you're going to give Ramapo the ball back with plenty of time to work with. Hey, and when you're Drew Gibbs and you got guys like Mr. Hogan, how much time do you really need?
Twin receivers go wide. Trip receivers actually wide to the right. And Peischer throwing the Mink. Zach Mink makes the catch, but he is short of the 1st down. A good hit, and he did not pick up 1st down yardage.
So good job by the defense. Their recognition of the secondary, know where the mark is. They give him just the room he needs, and they come up and make a big tackle right there. And you got to like when guys come up. Matt Dorney and company, because Dorney stopped him about 1.5 yards before the 1st down marker. Big tackle there by Matty Dorney, the senior.
Raiders figure to get good field position. Van Peenan with an end-over-end kick that bounces across the 40 and out of bounds at the 36-yard line. 1:56 remaining in the second quarter. Ramapo will get the football, leading by the score of 20-7.
So Drew Gibbs has seen his Raiders play a solid first half of football and really played what Ramapo football should be all about this year. Senior quarterback Pisarri mixing it up with Kleiner, the big play guy, and Chris Hogan. And that is just what they have done. But A.J. has managed this offense beautifully here in this first half. Running the ball when he's had to, distributing it. And here he goes again on the run.
Out of the shotgun, he takes off and gets across the 40-yard line.
Hey, Lou, I noticed a trend from listening to you in this first half. You keep saying out of the shotgun around behind me. They are the all shotgun all the time squad.
Oh, yes, they are. Now, even when they have a running back there, you'll notice, see Kleiner, he's lined up right next to Pisarri. Kleiner gets the handoff, and he angles, turns it upfield, and gets across midfield to the Wayne Hills 49. And it's a no-huddle offense here for Ramapo as they are quickly up to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, a little give on the inside to Kleiner. And once again, good downfield blocking. Danny Granitel doing a good job. Captain and wide receiver, always nice when your wide receivers are blocking.
Pisarri throwing over the middle, and it's caught across the 30-yard line. Caught by the tight end, Brian Tinsley, his 10th reception of the season. And Ramapo quickly up to the line of scrimmage with 1:03 remaining.
Yeah, big catch by Tinsley there. Hogan garners a lot of the attention, and Tinsley with a good pattern downfield. And Ramapo's in business now inside the 30.
Pisarri flips it out. It's caught by Granitel. That's Dan Granitel on the reception.
Boy, and don't blame Dan Granitel for not getting out of bounds, because Jeff Przinski made a big tackle that kept the clock rolling, all importantly. And now a timeout by Ramapo. But watch Granitel. He knows he's got to get out of bounds. He cuts it. He says, let me get out of bounds. But you see, tracking him down is Przinski. But Danny Granitel, the senior. Granitel, of course, his brother Charlie, captain the 2003 championship team. Charlie, the quarterback, now at Bryant University.
Just a long list of outstanding quarterbacks here at Ramapo.
Yeah, his brother Charlie was one of my favorites, but Danny's done a great job here, elected a captain. Well, now a wide receiver. We saw him make a good block a couple plays ago, and a good reception right there. Sets up a second down and short.
Well, coming up at the half, we invite you to stay with us as we take a look at first half highlights, look at the first half statistics, and of course we'll run through that MSG top 10 poll once again. 35 seconds on the clock remaining here, first half.
Yeah, you got to know where Hogan is now. He's lined up with Ray Van Penen.
Second down, about one. Pisarri rolling out, right side, lets it fly, end zone, touchdown, Ramapo. Chris Hogan.
Active traders, call now for Schwab Street Smart Pro. Our advanced trading platform, we're talking conditional alerts that trigger automatically to help you cut losses and lock in profits. Real-time streaming news and level 2 quotes to keep you on top of the market. A sector tool for a top-down view of industries on the move. And a stock screener with 140 criteria to help you hone your search. All for just $9.95 a trade. Switch to Schwab now and get 50 commission-free trades. So call the number on your screen now and get it all. Schwab Street Smart Pro. Online equity.
See if we can see what happened to Hogan. And he is still down on the far sideline.
Yeah, Lou, when he's in a position you don't like to see guys go down and just lay on their sides like that. I mean, he's obviously struggling right now. And you can see even the Wayne Hills staff over there trying to attend to him. And it's Margaret Doherty, the Wayne Hills trainer.
Well, Coach Olson there for Wayne Hills.
Chris Olson, as you mentioned.
There. I don't know if he's having some kind of conversation with Chris.
And you'll see in 24, bottom of your screen.
Yo!
And that's pretty good right there. When I say pretty good, you're saying, Jimmy, the guy's hurt. But he looked like he took a knee in the back. And hopefully maybe just got kind of the wind knocked out of him, or, you know, just kind of a contusion type thing. And listen, you kind of look to get some positives when guys go down like that. And it doesn't look like something's a tear. And now he's sitting up as the news just looks to get better and better. And you just judge it by Chris Olsen's reaction and Drew Gibbs. You can tell that they feel confident that this is just a stinger or a wind knocked out of you, or just a, you know, just took a shot.
And Mike Peischel over there gives him a little pat on the back. Great sportsmanship between these two rivals.
Oh, yeah, these guys are all familiar with one another. They're going to have to drag Hogan off the field. But as you said, Lou, nice job by Peischel. You know, set the tone as a leader and a sportsman on your team. And, you know, even though the guy is wearing the other colors, nice gesture by Peischel to be concerned.
And Hogan walks off the field pretty much under his own power. And everyone here on the Ramapo side who just let out a sigh of relief.
And it's the first time he's come off the field. He's on all the special teams, offense, defense.
It looks like he might be a little groggy coming over. So meanwhile, Wayne Hills, they have a first down at the Ramapo 33. Twin receivers to the left side. Peischel, quick drop, fires outside. Romeo the catch, makes a nice move and takes it down near the 20-yard line. Gotta like the work here of Nick Romeo.
You know, Eamon had the report after the half that Chris Olsen was challenging guys in the locker room. It looked like Nick Romeo had his ears wide open, because Romeo seems to have another gear as we've come out here in the third quarter. And he seems to want the football, and they're going his way.
Well, let's go down to Eamon.
Well, guys, obviously major concern about Chris Hogan, but kind of a light moment on the sidelines when he finally came to. He said, man, I've been dreaming about delivering a hit like that all my career. And Chris Olsen said, hey, I've been dreaming about you all week too, and they both laughed. So he is a little bit out of it. He definitely got his bell rung, but it doesn't look like it's going to be anything major. Back to you guys.
All right, Eamon. It's a great story.
Yeah, he looks like a fighter sitting in the corner in between rounds there, just trying to shake it off, and got his bell rung a little bit. But hey, even if his day would come to an end, look at what he's done so far. You see, they'll attend to him, make sure no concussion is set in. And Chris Hogan, one of the best we have seen on the Snapple MSG high school game of the week, that's for sure. Chris Olsen talking to his senior QB, and Chris Olsen really a father figure to these kids, a father figure to his own kids. When he first, you know, saw his son Greg and went from Notre Dame to Miami, and now a tight end at Miami. And first it was Christian, and went from Wayne Hills to Notre Dame, then to Virginia. And Al Groh, the number 2 quarterback, probably will be the starter next year for Al Groh in Virginia. And, you know, Coach Olsen makes his way to a lot of Miami football games, and to see Greg play, a tight end, and leads Miami, the Hurricanes, in receptions. How do you like that? I mean, up there in yardage against Florida State, 8 catches in Tallahassee. That's got to be exciting. Jersey guy going to Miami, catching balls against Florida State. And then there's going to be Kevin, man. Don't forget about Kevin Olsen. We'll get a shot of him. He's on the sideline standing next to his father. The little gray sweatsuit. He's the ball boy running down. 11 years old today. Happy birthday, Kev.
Good for him. Here we go. Second down and 1 for the Patriots. Quarterback sneak. Peischel just pushes the pile inside the 10-yard line. Wayne Hills is going to have a first and goal. This is a huge drive for the Patriots, and they need to cash in. They need to put it in the end zone. If they do, well, they'd be back in the game, Jim. They'd be down by 2 scores.
Yeah, it's what we like to refer to as a manageable deficit in a football game. You're right. If they score here, they'll have, you know, five minutes or so left in the third quarter and be down just by 2 scores. But still got a little work here. Ball's just inside the 10, first and goal now. So they got 4 cracks to move it 9 yards.
Handoff, Van Peenan going for the corner across the 5, and then knocked out of bounds inside the 5-yard line. Rich Infusino on the tackle for Ramapo.
To about the 3-yard line.
He's down to the 3-yard line. 2nd down and goal.
Yeah, this is Van Penen country, Lou. You know, came in on the season with 20 rushing touchdowns. There's old Kev, future quarterback for this club, that's for sure. That's what Coach Olson told me before.
And he goes off tackle on the right side.
And I mentioned Van Penen came in with 20 touchdowns rushing, 2 by receiving, got his 21st rushing touchdown earlier in the game tonight. And hey, you just got to saddle it up here. You can't get fancy. You got the leading scorer in the region in Van Penen. You got an offensive line. You got some confidence in it, ever-growing confidence every week. You just got to go to number 21 Van Penen and slice into this 19-point deficit you have.
3rd down and goal from about the 2. Van Penen over left tackle. He dives towards the goal line. No signal yet from the officials.
Wow.
And he did not get in. It's a 4th and goal coming up.
Boy, it looked like they got him from the backside too, Lou, because he kind of had it going there for a second. And the defense came around from the rear and just stopped him from letting him chug his legs and get that second effort into the end zone.
So a huge play coming up here. 4th down and goal inside the 1-yard line.
It's the chess match. Do you go to your man? Watch out for the quick count.
Van Penen barrels in, but a penalty flag down.
This is going to be a disaster for Wayne Hills. They probably didn't get set on offense, Lou. That's the risk you run
Dead
with
ball,
that quick count.
Encroachment.
Oh, no, it's against Ramapo.
Half the
Did they
distance,
blow
we're
it
gonna
dead?
go and still play 4th down.
If they blew it dead, you decline it.
Sure
That's
ball.
what Chris
Don't
Olson
have
is
the distance,
asking.
It's only 6 inches.
Of course, he would just take the touchdown, but
Dead ball, encroachment,
So they move it.
defense, 4th down.
Half the distance to the goal. The nose of the football is almost touching the goal line.
hey, what a break for Ramapo there, because it seemed like the whistle came after the snap, and now Ramapo's just got a second chance here. You know, Wayne Hills, now that didn't do him any good. I mean, when the ball's on the 1-foot line, you get a penalty. What do they move it? A few inches? I mean, come on.
Van Penen up the middle, touchdown, Wayne Hills.
He got the extension. There was some pursuit off the right side of the Ramapo defense. Well, Van Penen was able just to extend the ball. So nothing fancy, no secrets for Wayne Hills. They just came with the ever so promising junior Ray Van Penen, and watch it once again. Got a couple lead blockers. Oh, yeah. Great job there by 32, Alex Gibson. The fullback just leading the way.
Scott Schultz in to kick the extra point, and it is no good. It is wide to the left. So with 4:08 remaining in the 3rd quarter, it's now Ramapo 26, Wayne Hills 13 on the Snapple High School Football Game of the Week.
Highly advanced, world-renowned. The LR3 by Land Rover. Special lease and finance rates available.
Presenting Brian, devoted Snapple fan.
I like Go Bananas because it resembles lots of bananas and banana bread and just regular bananas because they're really good.
Brian, you said some nice things about us, so to return the favor, here are some nice things about you.
These are Brian's teeth. He does have some crowding, but they're very nicely shaped teeth.
All natural Snapple, the best flavors on earth, made for the best people on earth.
Welcome back to Ramapo High School, where the Green Raiders lead Wayne Hills 26-13. And hey, fans, during the 3rd quarter of every Snapple High School football game of the week, a New York City public school football player will be recognized as the PSAL Snapple Football Student Athlete of the Week for his performance on the field and in the classroom. This week's winner is Shane DeShong of Canarsie High School.
Oh, yeah, Lou. Shane for the Chiefs. He really had it going. I tell you what, from now on, we're going to call him Sugar Shane DeShong. From the Snapple Blimp, we see what he did just a week ago. 23 carries, 151 yards, 3 times. Shane DeShong takes it into the end zone as the Chiefs of Canarsie roll over Lincoln High School in that performance. 13 for 151, 3 times into the house. That earned Sugar Shane DeShong our Snapple PSAL Student Athlete of the Week. Nice job, Shane.
10 weekly winners will come together at the PSAL Championship game on December 3rd, where one of the 10 will be awarded a $5,000 scholarship from Snapple to be used towards their college education. So Wayne Hills gets in the end zone, and there is a look at Chris Hogan. And will he come back into the game for Ramapo? You know they'd love to have him back out there, but of course they're going to make sure that he is ready to go.
Yeah, what a night for Hogan. 3 touchdowns on a night where the hometown fans saw him become the all-time leading receiver for yardage. Chris Hogan.
And Hogan, of course, not back to receive this kickoff where he usually is for Ramapo. Schultz will kick it off, and back deep is Bobby Munir, and also number 5, Matt Dorney.
Yeah, Hogan took over first place in receiving yards by passing the great Jeff Miller. Some really great names on the receptions list. Kyle Roeder, Bobby Milanese, Rob Milanese, Nick Gallo. Some great names.
It's a short kick that is taken across the 30-yard line. So Ramapo has good field position to begin here.
Also on that list, you know, Hogan came in 5th place all time. In 6th place was Ryan Pisarri. Ryan Pisarri, obviously the brother of that man right there, A.J. Pisarri. Pisarri with nearly 1,000 yards of receiving in his tenure here at Ramapo.
Hogan still on the sidelines, and Pisarri comes up out of the shotgun. He's rolling out towards the right side, and he has caught. Fulham was the first man there, and Romeo helps out.
Yeah, Fulham's been so solid. Number 40 turns him inside and enables the cavalry to come. Fulham. You know, Chris Olson, what he likes about Fulham is his speed. Watch him get up to the spot right here and grabs on. He'll get the tackle right there, does Fulham. So Mike Fulham, you know, really one of the leaders of the defense. Dubin, J.D. Justin Dubin, Mike Fulham, they really spearhead that defense and really complement each other well.
Handoff up the middle. John Kleinert on the carry.
And that was Ogden chasing him down, Davey Ogden. And Ogden, man, just really big-time player. Started last year as a sophomore, just got bigger. And now a junior. He'll be a big-time recruit next year. Well, Mr. Ogden.
Jim, here's a big play for this Wayne Hills defense. It's 3rd down and about 6. They would love to get the ball back after just scoring moments ago. Pisarri looking to throw, trying to set up a screen. He goes down. Schultz and Ogden combine on the sack. A huge loss, and Ramapo will have to punt the football away.
Boy, this Wayne Hills defense is really set up for a while with all these juniors wreaking havoc. And Scotty Schultz is another junior. And watch Schultz. Hey, this is one of those coverage sacks, Luke, because Pisarri's got a little time here to navigate the field, but Schultz just never stops coming. And that was the 3-man crunch there of Schultz, Dubin, and Fulham.
And Hogan
and
in
Ogden.
the game goes down. A penalty flag thrown as Hogan was hit after he punted the football. Romeo with a big return, but I think this is going to be roughing the kicker against Wayne Hills.
Well, it's really going to come down to what type of penalty it is, because don't forget, it's 4th and about 16. Is it a personal foul?
Running into, you get to kick it again.
There you go. It is just running into the kicker, not roughing the kicker.
That's a huge difference. You're right.
So check it out once again. Hogan lets it fly, the left-handed kicker. I mean, you see Ogden's like, come on now, wait a minute. If I'm going to hit this kid, I'm going to hit him. Hogan, also the thespian, I see, Mr. Hogan. We saw him playing the piano earlier today. And all right, listen, you got to sell it out there. Good job, Chris.
So Hogan will kick again. Van Peenan and Romeo back deep.
And Romeo's been up for the task here.
This one drives Romeo back to the 30. Cuts across, and he goes down. Great downfield coverage for Ramapo. That is number 81, Brian Tinsley. And also some help from Kyle Blanco.
34-yard line.
Great job by the punt team there, Lou, as you said. Tinsley and company, because you don't want to let a guy like Romeo make a play, and it's a field position battle right now. Don't give Wayne Hills a short field to work with. And
let's go.
Punt team delivered, and good news for the Ramapo faithful. Number 24 makes his way back out onto the field.
Hogan back out there defensively. The pitch is to Van Peenan. He breaks one tackle and then scoots out of bounds as Ramapo strings it out nicely. Clock stopped with 1:41 remaining in the third. 26-13 the score. Ramapo on top.
Yeah, that was Dorney once again. Dorney, the senior defensive back, coming up. And he just slowed Van Peenan down, turned him outside. Doesn't make the tackle, but as we always say, Lou, he let the cavalry, gave the cavalry a chance to come up and make a play.
Twin receivers go to the left. Here's a look at Van Peenan's numbers. 85 yards on the night. Peischel back to throw. He's going deep for Romeo. He makes the catch in stride across the 30-yard line as he beats Chris Hogan on the coverage.
You know, Lou, you trail in the football game and you got to play catch up, and maybe you get out of your element. They want to run the football, Van Peenan, and Peichel's got to throw, and you just can't throw the football any better. Watch Peischel step up and let this fly. Watch Romeo never break stride, goes out and gets it, throws his hands out there with Hogan on the coverage. I mean, is that a perfect football Peischel throws or what? Wow, what a strike by the senior QB.
So here come the Patriots again from the 27-yard line. Peischel flips it outside to the fullback Gibson, turns it upfield, and takes it out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. So the Patriots are coming right back at this Ramapo defense.
Well, this is what you expect out of a Chris Olson team. A lot of fight, a lot of competitive fire. And don't forget, this is the defending state champs in the Wayne Hills Patriots. They didn't lose all those players a year ago, and Drew Gibbs knew this game was not going to come easy. And the Patriots are inching their way back. They are one strike away here from making this a brand new ball game. As we head to the fourth quarter, it'll be a one-score game.
High formation for Wayne Hills. It's first and goal from the 9. Van Peenan the handoff. Jitterbugs his way up to about the 7 or 6 yard line.
Good action by the left side of that defensive line for Ramapo. Just, it was no daylight for Ray to hit right there. There was no lane for him to take.
Van Peenan coming in tonight over 1,000 yards rushing on the year in just 7 games.
And you see the fellas up front, Wayne Curry and company, Johnny Kleiner, Rich Infusino, big dogs. Along the middle, of course, 71, Stevie Sestrakis. And, of course, we mentioned the play of Mike Crow, but this is it now. They got to protect. The ball sits on the 5-yard line, and they got 3 plays to stop him.
Wayne Hills has called a timeout, stopping the clock with 40 seconds remaining here in the third.
And we mentioned these two teams. This is their division they play in North Jersey, NBIL. And you see the Patriots of Wayne Hills at a perfect 7-0. Ramapo in second place at 5-2. Those 2 losses were out of conference. So both these teams come in tonight 4-0 in the division. So this is a division championship tonight. And then You see the rest of the squads winding up down at the bottom, but up top it is Wayne Hills and Ramapo, as it is in many, many years.
The division a little more balanced this year than in years past. Demarest and Old Tappan having good seasons as well. Pyshel flips outside. The fullback gets in. He's in. Touchdown, Wayne Hills. And guess what? We've got ourselves a football game.
You hear that? Good coach.
Well, Lou, we've seen him run the play twice to the right side. And now Gibby and company say, you know what? Same play, different side. I watched the senior as Pyshel delivers it once again in stride, and Gibson just turns it upfield. And number 32 goes into the end zone. The 5'11", 215-pound fullback has his Patriots right back in it. And Lou, these extra points.
Kicks the extra point through. 34 seconds remaining. It's 26-20 now.
Wayne Hills 26-20 as we get ready for the fourth quarter. And the Vince Lombardi of the Ramapo football program is legendary coach Mike Mielo. And after a brief stint at Rutgers with former Raider Greg Schiano, Mike Mielo is back on the sidelines at nearby William Patterson University. I was talking to the former Ramapo head coach this week, and he told me that being successful at William Patterson will depend majorly on how well he recruits Ramapo and Wayne Hills. But he also told me one problem. Ever since Coach Olson's two sons made him famous, he doesn't return my phone calls. Jimmy and Lou, let's send it back up to you as we get ready for the fourth quarter.
Yeah, that sounds like Mike Mielo, does it not? Yeah, you mentioned Mielo in 1978 to 2000, won championships along the way, 83, 93, 97, and his last one in 2000, of course, 97 with the great Chris Sims. But yeah, Olson and Mielo, good rivalry. 19th year for Chris Olson at Wayne Hills. What a record he has.
Here we go. Fourth quarter. Ramapo with the football. First down and 10 at the 38-yard line. They have a 26-20 lead. A.J. Pisarri out of the shotgun, hands it to Kleinert. Has a huge hole across the 45 and then runs over a defender, still on his feet inside the 45-yard line of Wayne Hills.
And Louis, it's Johnny Kleinert who hits the hole, but it's the boys up front who make the hole. Look at the cleaning house block right there by Grant Camarado, the captain. And then Kleinert into the secondary, but 55 for Ramapo. Just smoked the boys at the point of attack, and Kleinert could run to the open space.
First and 10 for the Raiders at the 43-yard line of Wayne Hills. Pisarri takes it himself up the middle and drags a tackler with him to the 35.
And Lou, we spoke earlier in the game when Ramapo led 13-0. We saw the response of Wayne Hills and what that showed they were made of. And right here, Ramapo, I mean, Wayne Hills had really put a stranglehold on the momentum in this game. You know, holding Ramapo to very few yards in the third quarter, scoring the first two times, cut the lead to 6. But out come the Raiders and Pisarri here moving the football. And this is a statement in itself for them, too.
Twin receivers go to the right side on a second down and about 2. Kleinert gets the handoff and goes straight up the middle. He is close to first down yardage. And where they spotted the ball, it is a first down for Ramapo. So the challenge now also for this Wayne Hills defense. They know they're back in the football game, down by just 6. They need to stop this Ramapo offense. As usual, it has been an outstanding game between these two great North Jersey rivals. Long count here by Pisarri. He's back to throw. Now he's in trouble. Gets away momentarily and then is dragged down from behind by Schultz. Scott Schultz with good pursuit.
Yeah, Schultz to finish it there. You know, Pisarri just does a good job to avoid a big sack here, a loss of 7-8 yards. Watch Pisarri's feet, man. He's just got good, quick feet, fast moves, blasts outside. And then you mentioned Schultz, great job to drag him down from behind. And Schultz had to throw that blocker off him. So Scotty Schultz, he's been active tonight. We've called number 35's number plenty in this one. 6'4", 245, and just a junior. You gotta love it.
Twin receivers, right side. Pisarri again is going to run, and he's hit and dropped. Oh, what a play there by Justin Dubin.
And Dubin, the blitz pays off for the Wayne Hills defense. Looks like a designed quarterback draw. Watch Pisarri, one step back and then comes forward. But here comes JD on the blitz. And takes him down, no problem. And a huge play right there. Puts him now in 3rd and long, about 14 yards.
Well, Dubin coming into the game with 60 tackles, 38 of those solo. And he also does it in the classroom near the top of his senior class academically. Coming up big with a big play here. 3rd down, though. And about 13 for Ramapo. Down to 9 minutes left in the 4th. Pisarri back to throw. Steps up, delivers long, and it's incomplete. Good coverage downfield by Omar Rodriguez.
Boy, this Ramapo offense, Lou, just a completely different look, a completely different feel without Chris Hogan in there. And he's still relegated to the sidelines. And you see Pisarri delivering a real catchable ball here, but good coverage, as you said, Lou.
It's intended for Dan Granatel, but Rodriguez was right there. So now 4th down.
Yeah, what do you do here? A tough spot on the field to punt. I mean, the ball's at the 35-yard line. Look, they have a big-time kicker, you know, in Bobby Heilman. He's being recruited by Division I programs, but even from here, I mean, forget about it, 52 yards. So you just got to go for it, even though it's 13, 14 yards.
Well, Ramapo calls a timeout. So they will take the timeout to talk about it with 8:55 remaining in the 4th quarter.
And you wonder what Drew Gibbs is thinking, because, you know, you might be saying, hey, you know, get a little punt, try and bang, you know, drill it into the corner. But don't forget, Hogan's their punter. Hogan's on the sidelines right now. He might be out of commission in this game. Hasn't been out there for this offensive series. And from the 35-yard lines, you take a look at Hogan, you know, you just might have to take a chance here.
So Hogan walking on the sidelines. He's got to be frustrated, not able to help his team here.
And you know that Hogan is probably trying to talk his way into this football game, but it's got to be a precautionary measure. And anytime a football player has even a hint of a concussion, you have to err on the side of caution. Now, I don't know that from up here, but I have to assume an offensive series as important as the last one was, Chris Hogan being on the sidelines, they are exercising some caution.
So Ramapo will go for it on 4th and 13. Pisarri rolling out left side. He squares, delivers, intercepted. Picked off by Romeo. He's coming back the other way and takes it across the 35-yard line. So Wayne Hills on the turnover has very good field position to start this drive.
Did you see Kevin Olson, little 11-year-old on his birthday, coming running out? Tell Romeo, nice play. Watch the pressure come in by number 40, Fulham. Makes the quarterback throw it when he doesn't want to. Now look, Romeo gets the interception. He returns it for some yards, but for Ramapo, it's not a killer. Listen, if it's an incomplete, the ball's at the 35. And there's a little Kev. Well, hey, Kev, 11 years old today, baby. The air, apparently he's talking to his father. Maybe calling out some offensive plays or something. Saying, Dad, you know, run the deep slant. Try something.
Here's Van Peenan. He slides ahead across the 40 up to the 43.
And Lou, you look up at the clock now, and you know Wayne Hill's just thinking about one thing. They don't need a big play to win this football game because they only trail by 6 points. They want to go on a prototypical, good old-fashioned Wayne Hill's Patriots drive right down the field with the feature back. And whether it was James Milan or A.J. Spicer, whoever it was, they want to just take it the length of the field right now and take it into the end zone for the game winner.
Second down and 5. Van Peenan, 88 yards on 21 carries. Romeo the catch across the 50, up the sideline. Romeo, one man to beat, dragged down from behind. Inside the 20-yard line of Ramapo.
I'll tell you this, Lou. No matter what happens at the end of this game, my game MVP, if Wayne Hills wins this game, is Romeo. And I don't care if he doesn't score the game-winning touchdown, because Nick Romeo has given the Patriots an energy here in the second half that they didn't have in the first half. He has had another gear. He's been explosive. He's been energetic. And it's been right from the word go. From the first series in the second half, he has led by example for Wayne Hills. And look at him.
142 yards receiving. Here's Van Peenan at the line of scrimmage. And brought down. First man to hit him was Joe Borelli.
Yeah, good job by the boys up front there. They're not going to let Van Peenan break their backs here. And you can see all to the ball. Everybody running to the football for that Ramapo defense. Hey, this is it. This is Wayne Hills Ramapo like it ought to be. One team with an opportunity to score and win. The other team with a chance to stop them.
Ramapo led 26-7 at the half. It's been all Wayne Hills here in the second half. Second down and 7 for the Patriots. Peichel flips it outside. Van Peenan makes a spin. And picks up good yardage. He's short of the first down. So it will bring up a third down for Wayne Hills. Third down and about 2 or 3.
Yeah, clearly 2-down territory here. Still plenty of time to go in this football game. I mean, 6:50 is an eternity of time in a quarter. So nobody's out of this one yet. But with 2 yards to go, Ramapo knows Wayne Hills has 2 cracks at it right here.
It's third down and 2 from about the 12-yard line. Van Peenan the handoff. Slides across left tackle. And looks like he has picked up the first down. And it is a first down. Inside the 10, it's first and goal. Wayne Hills at the 9.
You know, a lot of times great running backs, their offensive line is underappreciated, but sometimes even more underappreciated is the fullback. And Alex Gibson has done a great job tonight as the lead blocker for Van Peenan. He fired out right there on that play and just cleared out anybody in Van Peenan's path.
Van Peenan the handoff. Slides outside, going for the corner. Touchdown, Wayne Hills. The Patriots have come all the way back. They have tied this game at 26 and can take the lead on the extra point.
Now watch the fullback this time. He's going to go right and the ball's going to go left. So the linebackers are thinking they're coming the fullback at Van Peenan. It's the Van Peenan bounce out. Bounces outside and just finds the corner of the end zone.
Schultz's extra point kick is good. A break in the action. 6:01 remaining fourth quarter. It's a brand new game. Wayne Hills 27, Ramapo 26 on the Snapple High School Football Game of the Week.
Presenting Bob, Snapple drinker and school principal.
I like Diet Raspberry Iced Tea because it doesn't have that diety flavor.
Bob, you said some nice things about us. So, to return the favor, here are some nice things about you.
Bob has excellent hair.
His hair is black, brownish. It's like very dark brown. It looks like black. And he's cute. Because I used to like him a lot.
Snapple, the best flavors on earth made for the best people on earth.
David B, very impressive. Outside, Curry running the floor. Larry
Brown and the Knicks open up against the Celtics Wednesday night on Coach.
And before the Patriots took the practice field on Wednesday, they had a special guest. Vaughn McCoy, the state's director of criminal justice and a former player for Chris Olsen at Patterson Eastside, visited the players and addressed the team, and he told them just how important Coach Olsen was to him when he was in high school and how important playing for Coach Olsen was as he went on to football at Rutgers, and then how successful he became off the field. Coach Vaughn McCoy told the players to listen to Chris Olsen, and it'll certainly help you when your football career is over. The speech meant a lot to Coach Olsen because he told me that when Vaughn McCoy played for me, he probably didn't have a phone in his house, and now you have to go through 10 people on the phone just to get a chance to talk to him. Jimmy and Lou, let's go back to you as we get ready for the last 6 minutes of this ball game.
All right, Eamon, and
nice story.
The Patriots listened to Coach Olsen at halftime tonight as they came out a house fire in the second half. Look at this, 6 plays, 63 yards, capped off by the 9-yard touchdown run, Van Peen, and they have come all the way back, 27-26.
Yeah, plenty of time, though, to go, Lou. 6 minutes to go in the game, but you're right. Give credit where credit is due. And listen, Ramapo knows that big gun Chris Hogan is done for the night. You just got to say to yourself, hey, find a way to get it done if you're a member of this Ramapo team. Plenty of time, we can do it.
Schultz's kick goes into the end zone,
but they miss him.
They do, but keep in mind also with Ramapo, they have one of the best kickers in the state of New Jersey, Bobby Heilman. So Ramapo does not have to score a touchdown to win this game. If they can get into field goal range, they could go for a game-winning field goal with Bobby Heilman.
Oh, yeah. I mean, with Heilman, you're talking about, as you approach the 30-yard line of the opposition, you can take a crack with them. But, Pisarri and company, plenty of time to go on a drive here to stick one into the end zone.
6:01 remaining in the fourth. Ramapo with the football. They trail for the first time tonight. Pisarri flips it outside, caught by the tight end. Tinsley makes a nice catch and takes it up across the 25, up to the 28.
Good little out. We've seen Tinsley run nice routes tonight. He's done a good job catching the football and presents a nice target, too, to catch the football, does Tinsley. And he got good dimensions, 6'1", 6'2", 190 pounds.
Second down and 3. From the 27-yard line. Twin receivers go to the left side. Pisarri hands it off. Kleinert. And he's got the first down and a whole lot more as he drags tacklers with him up near the 40-yard line. John Kleinert, the senior running back. There's Chris Hogan, who is just a spectator now here in the second half.
Well, you see Hogan, though, still up and interested. And hey, it's out there for the taking now for the Raiders. He's scoring by quarter, a tale of 2 halves.
Less than 5 minutes remaining in the fourth. Kleinert, the handoff, hit hard after a short pickup.
And we mentioned, Lou, early in this game, Ramapo took the opening drive and went down and scored a touchdown, and Wayne Hills was able to block the extra point. And, whenever you see 13s up on the board with no field goals, it means you're not getting those extra points. And right now, that's the difference in this game. But for Coach Gibbs, plenty of time left. This guy's been through the battles. I mean, 44-4 coming into this year, a couple state titles. He knows how to get a team home late.
Second and 8 from the 41-yard line. Pisarri now will run with the football. Pulls it down at the 40, makes a nice cut, takes it across the 45. He brought down at about the 47 or 46, and he's coming off the field, shaking his shoulder, Pisarri.
Oh, Nick Romeo pull one on him. I mean, Pisarri gets out there. I love the way Pisarri looks when he's running the football. He's got good feet. He gets out. He finds room to run by Romeo. And you can see he's kind of tilted off to the side a little bit, is A.J. Pisarri, because Nick put one on him. But, hey, these Ramapo kids are tough. Pisarri knows he's the leader of the band right now, and it's his time.
Third down at about 3. Barney in motion, handoff. Kleinert, oh, he is smoked. Ogden crushed him at the line of scrimmage. He loses a couple.
And this is big now, Lou, because, you know, 4th and 1, you might think about it with 3:20 if you're Ramapo. But now with the loss because of Ogden, here he comes. Watch 55, follows the play down the line of scrimmage. Nobody picks him up, and it's just open season. You see right here, look at him, just a perfect view of the play. Everybody forgot about Davey Ogden.
So Ramapo takes a timeout here.
And so if they're taking a timeout, Lou, you got to think Drew Gibbs is going for it. Because if you were going to punt, you wouldn't burn it if you were punting. You'd be thinking about punting and stopping them and having your timeouts and using your timeouts. But if you're using the timeout now, you got to think Drew Gibbs is going for it. And he's not looking at his chart long and hard like that to come up with a fancy punt. That's for sure.
It would be a 4th down and about 4 from the 45-yard line. And Coach Gibbs looking over his plays. Let's go down to Amon.
Sorry, the starting quarterback on the football team. He's also the starting point guard on the basketball team and the starting shortstop on the baseball team. So he is used to pressure situations. And earlier this week, Coach Gibbs was telling me he's the guy you want on the line with a 1-on-1 situation, down 1 in the closing seconds. Well, this is certainly that situation facing a 4th and 4. Jimmy and Lou, let's go back up to you.
Yeah, and don't forget basketball, Lou, they won a state sectional title with him at the point. And in baseball, they won a state sectional title with him as a pitcher and a shortstop. So not only he's used to the pressure, he's come through this year. Last year was some year for him.
Wayne Hills calls timeout now as they wanted to see how Ramapo lined up, so they're going to talk it over on the defensive side. That's how important this play is coming up.
Well, a year ago in the first game of the regular season, Chris Olson's club, it was their failure to complete a 4th and 1 late in that game. That gave Ramapo the opportunity to go on and win the game. And that changed everything. So here they are with a 4th down and 3 or 4. And it all comes down to this. You see the 4th down conversions tonight. Wayne Hills has been perfect. Ramapo 1 of 2. So that 4th down has been alive and kicking on the Snapple game of the week on a night with Ramapo and Wayne Hills.
Chris Olson on the Wayne Hills sideline, talking to the officials. And the Ramapo fans who were on their feet a moment ago, getting ready to rise once again. Here we go, 4th down and 4.
Nobody in the backfield, straight shotgun, they're throwing the football.
Low snap, Pisarri looking to set up a screen, flips it out, it is caught. That's a 1st down. What a catch by Kleinert, who had Zach Mink draped all over him.
Give credit where credit is due. First and foremost, Kleinert for catching the ball, but watch Pisarri. Watch the heat that he has here in his face as he lets this ball go. They are coming for him and throws it up there. Oh, yeah. I mean, John Kleinert just plays that dreams are made of, man. Pull it down. The drive is alive.
And off Kleinert, and he is brought down after a short pickup, maybe a yard or so, with 2 minutes and 35 seconds counting down here in the 4th quarter. It'll be 2nd down and 9 for the Raiders.
Lou, you got to figure they're still 30 yards away, you know, maybe 35. You know, from being in a position where they feel good about running Bobby Heilman out there.
Pisarri steps up, flips it outside, caught by Tinsley, makes a nice move and gets across the 40-yard line. That should be enough for another 1st down.
Well, Al Tinsley kept his knee off the turf there when he slipped. Was amazing and able to pick up another 5 yards. So now Coach Gibbs, they're getting close.
Well, it's close. They may know. They say 1st down. I thought they might measure for a moment, the officials, but it is a 1st down for Ramapo. Clock stopped momentarily while they reset the chains.
So great point by Eamon talking about the pressure And A.J. Pisarri, Coach Gibbs, you know he's got confidence in him. Pisarri with defeat staring him in the face, coming through here late, delivering balls where they have to be.
Pisarri keeps it himself and is brought down at the 38-yard line. Short pickup on the play, and the meter moves. We're down to 1:35 remaining in the fourth. Quickly, Ramapo comes up to the line of scrimmage.
Good tackle there by Petey Sarabia, man. You know what? Because Pisarri was just getting it going, and Pete came up to make the stop for virtually no gain.
On a 2nd down and 9. Here's Pisarri looking, lets it fly, and it's nearly intercepted. And Mike Fulham did an outstanding job to fight off the block and come in and hit Pisarri.
But it was, so watch Zach Mink here, number 11, as the pressure was coming to the QB. Watch the senior in the secondary, Mink. He lays out here, Lou, and knocks it down. So big time play by Zach Mink.
The clock is stopped with 1:16 remaining in the fourth quarter. 27-26. Wayne Hill's on top, and now a timeout. Officials call time.
Yeah, they're going to need to get a first down here, Lou. I mean, we've spoken about the ability of Bobby Heilman, but, you know, right now with the ball sitting at the 35-yard line, you're talking about a 52-yard field goal. So they'd have to get a first down here to give him a legitimate crack. You know, you got to get him inside 45 yards here, you know, preferably inside, you know, 40, down around the 35-yard range.
Heilman has kicked a 42-yarder this year, so he is capable of hitting from that range. And he's 6 of 8 on the season. You see the timeouts remaining as Wayne Hills calls a timeout. Ramapo with no timeouts remaining. And a 3rd down and about 9 coming up, but just 1:16 on the clock.
Be interesting here, Lou.
Chris Hogan on the sideline, unable to help his team here after being injured in the 3rd quarter. Pisarri straight back to throw, fires over the middle, incomplete. Intended for Grant Attell.
And Ramapo was looking for a penalty on Omar Rodriguez, but you know what? Just good coverage by the young man in the Patriots secondary. Because watch the corner, Omar Rodriguez, stride for stride, and maybe the right hand was on the back, but you know, no contact that you're going to let change the fate of a ball game. So on 4th down, they got, of course, got to go for it now, and they got to get 9 yards here to keep this game alive. It all comes down to this for AJ and the Raiders.
Crowd on its feet on both sides. The throw over the middle, incomplete. Van Peenan on the coverage. And with that incompletion, Wayne Hills looks like they will have come from behind to defeat Ramapo. Ramapo has no timeouts left with 1:06 remaining, so they cannot stop the clock.
He was looking for bots, and Pisarri's dealt with low snaps the whole night. He's just done a great job picking them up, and Van Peenan comes up over the top, but he takes the right angle, though. He doesn't come up over the top of the receiver. He kind of comes in from the side and times it perfectly, and you can see bots, no complaints on his end. And so Wayne Hills now will just take a knee, and their undefeated season rolls on. It was a gut check game for Wayne Hills. My gosh, they trailed 26-7 at halftime, but it was all Patriots in the second half. And Drew Gibbs will have to live to see another day. Hopefully he can now see them in the state playoffs.
A typical Wayne Hills Ramapo affair. Exciting to the very end. Ramapo dominated the first half. Wayne Hills dominated the second half. And the Patriots will win this by 1 point. they'll remain undefeated, and with the win, they'll wrap up a divisional title in the NBIL.
20 unanswered points in the second half for Chris Olsen's bunch. And really just a good team victory for Chris Olsen's crew. I mean, from the offense and defense, and that sight right there is the story of this game. When Chris Hogan goes out of this game, it really stacks the deck against Ramapo for what they want to do offensive and defensively.
And that will do it. The celebration begins for the Wayne Hills Patriots. The final score, Wayne Hills 27, Ramapo 26.